Everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Tetris 99. NL, please stop using Scary Castle theme. I know it's October, but I want to watch the video with my kids, but the theme and the cat's meows are too spooky. No, I'm sorry. That's what it means to be an adult. Is you gotta spend the entire month of October in a state of perpetual terror, okay? That's what we're doing, and the faster you can get used to it, the better off you're gonna be. I was a little terrorized in our previous episode. At least that's the way it felt to me. Not that, like, you know, we were being unfairly victimized or anything along those lines. Really, just like, I mean, it was a little rough. Still had a couple top 10 finishes, you know, nothing to really cry about, so to speak, but whenever possible, you do want to do a little better than that. That's immediate. I was so stoked. Hold on. Not radio silence, but radio slightly quieter than usualness. Well, I sent back the aggression that was, to be honest, very fairly sent to me, but still, anytime you find yourself in a situation like that, usually you've seen it, you gotta wait. You gotta creep, like TLC said. You wait for a little bit. Oh, Lord. You wait for the aggression to come back. We didn't have to stall at all. Like that, like that, like that. So we got quite a lot of heat coming to us, but just keep in mind, we're at the bottom of the board. Okay, that changed fast. Sorry, that changed quickly. Superman changes fast. I think we're dead. That was an unfortunate, like, must build on top of the garbage hole situation. You might say, NL, there's never a must build on top of the garbage hole situation. You are extremely wrong. Okay, we gotta bail on the aggression here. Look. Did I bring that upon myself? I suppose I did, but I don't want to admit it. Is that okay? Can we move on with that being a shared psychosis we have together? Either way, we got one KO. We got two KOs. Also known as a TKO. I know that's not what it means. If you're saying NL, that's not what it means. Just rest assured. The joke is now at your expense. There's only one way out of that. You gotta accept the joke was at your expense, and then we'll move on together. And always remember, one is a genius, the other's insane. As long as you keep that in mind, the rhyme you designed to explain in due time, the world's your oyster, brother. So, we've made mistakes here. The garbage hole is it's got company. The garbage hole has company. Like the Good Intentions Paving Company. Okay. That's where we've now decided. We made a decision there. And blink and you missed it. We made a decision there to build that tower. And, you know, given the opportunity, would I do it again? Sure, why not? Everything appears to be, you know, pretty much going according to plan right now. Very few complaints, just mostly a little bit of stalling for the time being. Get yourself back down to the bottom. That's Tetris, man. Jump, jump, trampoline. Find out where you want to be. Okay, a little haunting. Little haunting, never hurt anybody. Big haunts, they can send you, though. Okay, we got a badge lord, but he is also in a bit of a world of hurt himself. Don't talk to me, I know. We got a huge bounty from that guy. That is surprising. I think the smart money was on betting that we were approaching yeetable status. But whatever, dude. We're here. Just take your time. Building a little bit on top of the garbage hole. I think, honestly, in my opinion, a lot of the garbage hole discourse is misguided. You do need to keep the garbage hole open in order to get back down to the bottom. But, you know, between garbage hole maintenance and playing fast, I know where I sit on which one's more important. Now, it doesn't mean, you know, I mean, if possible, you should really, okay, that's a little bit of a haunting rumble. If possible, you should really try to, you know, get a handle on both. But, you know, life's short. You got to pick your priorities. Everybody in life's got to pick their priorities. Okay, controller. Starting to scare me a little bit. I think you gotta, I don't know, man. It's honestly like a cursed decision. Kind of darned if you do, darned if you don't. I don't like to use bad words. Let's just count that as an advanced strategy. Oh, radio silence? We gotta get back down to the bottom, dude. Now I've done it. Done what? Put yourself in a good position to compete for the victory? Just when I thought you couldn't be any stupider, you go and do something like this and totally redeem yourself. Oh, that's a big send. I need better pieces. Oh, we are so dead. That's all right. Look, we should have done better. We put ourselves in a bad spot, but we were doing pretty well in the top 10 there until things sort of hit the fan. That's okay. I can't be mad about a third place finish. Anytime you're in third and you see two people with more badges than you, or equivalent badges, you can't call it a choke. Did we place some pieces poorly? Yeah. Could we have changed targeting? Maybe. That's a maybe situation. We definitely could have played better. Could we have played better strategically speaking? I don't know. Let me hydrate here for a second. Let me hydrate. Overall, though, decent game. Not a perfect game. Not a perfect game. We're not talking about the game. The game that I love. We're talking about practice. Anybody else watch SportsCenter at any point in their entire existence on planet Earth? It's really just a matter of how greedy do you think you can get away with being? I don't know if I could get away with being this greedy. All I know is if I can't, this is how I want to go. And hey, even if it doesn't work out, it's made for a pretty light show, huh? Two KOs. A little bit light, but not so light as to be not worth the time. Absolutely not. Very, very much worth the time, I would say. To you, sir, thank you. Very much worth the time. Still sending a bunch. I don't know. I'm looking. Anybody in the red? Nobody's in the red. But a lot of people seem to be feeling the burn. So I think that's a good opportunity for us to keep sending some lines here. So you take your time. Hurry up. The choice is yours. Now don't be late. Nirvana. Words to live by. Even if they are a contradiction. 3 attackers, one of whom has badges. Willing to get a little bit freaky on that one. Probably a good double Tetris send. Let's see if they can handle the... You know, garbage, you forget sometimes. It's cumulative. Orange biscuit. The garbage is indeed cumulative. Can you use that word in a sentence? Okay, sure. The garbage in Tetris 99 is cumulative. I'm starting to think you don't know what the word means. No, I know what it means, Professor. I just, you know, it's hard to put into words what it means to me. Still got 2 attackers. I see one of them in a bit of a spiced situation here. I welcome the spice as it reflects on me or as it reflects on others. Now we gotta go KOs. People burned off aggression, tried to come back. It's too late. You're dead to me. We will not be working together. Okay, that's a send. Got a little rumbly in the tumbly. That's an attacker's. I feel like we're still okay. Now you're stalling for one of these. Then one of these. Wow, they bailed on me. Unconscionable. Quite rude. Honestly, give me a little baby send there. Should have looked a little further ahead on this one, but that's okay because I see the opening of the garbage hole. Okay, you know what? You made that decision for me. For that, I'm eternally grateful. But we desperately need to start clearing some space. No! Dude, what has happened to the Tetris community, man? It's a Monday. They've decided, oh, nobody's sending me today. Thought we played pretty well. Maybe a little bit of mental slowness. It happens from time to time, right, Tomo? Thought we had here's the thing. I am just a vessel for my Tetris algorithm. I feel like I've been executing the algorithm, you know, without any unhandled exceptions right now. Wow, somebody already got yeeted. Scared, probably. You just don't do this. You just don't do this. So I'm not saying, and again, I feel the need to clarify this from time to time, because it sounds like I'm saying there's nothing I can do. That's not the case. I also don't know if I would feel comfortable saying we did the best we could. Even though in my heart of hearts, I feel like that's a little bit closer to the kind of, you know, vibe I'm trying to cultivate. Not enough aggression. One attacker? I'm staying on KOs, brother. You haven't earned it yet. Well, it's a good example of what not to do. Okay, got ourselves out of a jam. Okay, so you build up to the top. You look for... It'll work. No, stop sending me little baby lines, please. I mean, that was my fault, because that was somebody that we had targeted for deletion, who is perhaps still about ready to go. We'll see how they can handle it here. But I prefer if you stop sending me the little baby lines. Makes it just that much tougher to focus on what we actually need to do here, which is getting up to the tippy top. The other's insane. He's absolutely right. Okay, good. Some long piece compromises made it possible, as well as contributions from viewers like you. Now we got a tower we can be proud of. Still not enough aggression. Having a little bit of trouble getting the level of aggression that we're comfortable with, honestly. Okay, that was maybe our dream moment. We still only had 2 attackers, but I mean, we gotta, if we're gonna execute a plan, we gotta stick to the plan. Probably gotta send a few more Tetrises as well, but for now there are preemptive measures one can take. This is kind of the aggression that I was trying to cultivate. So it's a bit of a be careful what you wish for, dude, sort of moment here. Okay, we could have done better on this one. But this is where I like to be. If this is where you like to be, prove it. Prove that you deserve to be here. Tomo, I can't let you out of the office for just a brief moment, my son. Okay, there you go. You may go. You may go. Okay, put me back on KOs. We're getting sucked into these ego traps. No reason for it. No reason for it. Better. 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 I honestly, like, well and truly believe there are life lessons to be learned from Tetris 99. I don't think this about that many video games. You know, you already know I tend not to respond that much to narrative in games, but mechanics get me, dude. And the mechanics of Tetris 99, they've taught me a lot about life this year, I think. I'm being only like 10% facetious here. I really feel like there's lessons to be gleaned from the world of Tetris. You know, all we're doing in life is trying to build our tower. Sometimes somebody else comes around, tries to knock it down. You know, I think you have an obligation to fight back. Metaphor's getting a little strange now. But if the tower gets knocked, it gets knocked. You know, that's part of the game. You come back stronger, come back a little faster, come back with a new strategy, a new tact. Huey Lewis in the News. I Want a New Drug, one of the classic songs of the 1980s. Forever called into question by Patrick Bateman being such a big fan of the band in the novel, but also the movie known as American Psycho. Also an absolutely slapping treble charger song. Okay, so we got a great pivot there. That was a good look. As is called in the wide world of sports. We really need a piece. It has to go. Don't know about that one. Don't know about that one. Holy crap. Give me those badges. Ah! We got a little greedy. We got a little greedy. I'm just being honest with you. The Tetris community is absolutely ruthless today. They're bringing the heat to a degree. I mean, we're on broil. Normally, we're not broiling this early. It's a little casual, like a sous vide almost. Getting 9 KOs, no problem. Today, people, they're I don't know what to say. The competitive spirit is just is running through people today, and you know what? I'm here for it. I think at some point you gotta accept we've had enough easy wins in Tetris. You know, I would always welcome more, but at the same time, you gotta fight for it because it's the fight that makes the whole thing work in the first place. You know what I mean? If the wins were easy, they wouldn't be worth getting. Okay, so we came last. But that was just pure aggression. I was like, I saw the long piece. I was like, we got space. We didn't have space. Oh well. A last is just another attempt at an early first. You know how I play Tetris. I want troughs. I want a bimodal distribution. I want a peak at the top 10, and I want a peak at the end. I prefer to, you know, if we could just get a peak at the top 10, that'd be fine. But I think my play style is kind of, it's risk reward. We got a high injury risk, but great potential yield. Yeah, okay. I definitely cannot deny, by the way, playing faster is on the list. Let me add it to the list of things that would be good for us to do. The list, by the way, it's long. It's a long list. It's not a short list. Like, you know, the Polaris Prize. It's a long list. Like the movies... Let me rephrase. Like the list of movies that should have beat Crash at the 2004 Oscars. Think we got something here? I mean, that's an early KO. That doesn't really mean that much, to be honest. But I can't really look at the screen just yet to see if we got a good setup for KOs. All I see right now is a lot of aggression. For me, this seems like this is your platonic ideal setup for an early game. I think it behooves us to be proactive here. At the end of the day, it becomes a lot harder for the enemies to send us big lines if we are sending them lines that force them to constantly deal with, you know, the situation. We have just an absolute ton of attackers right now. It's, to be honest with you, probably unlikely to change maybe at any point over this entire run because of the sheer amount of KOs we have so far. But I think this is great. This is just an absolutely beautiful distillation of the strategy. Only like 30 people have died and we have 11 kills. Still a lot of heat. I'm surprised. But you know, things have calmed down temporarily. Just temporarily, I promise you that. Just temporarily. This is just a quick, better safe than sorry play. Not really in the business of losing as a result of our strength early on. That's not my game plan. Okay, now I think we go to KOs. And honestly, we're gonna if I'm being straight up with you, I think we're about to become the Grim Reaper. You know, we have a 50% damage bonus in the early game. It's uncommon, to say the least. Anybody suffering? It's unfortunate, but I'm here to tell you that probably, and this, I'm not saying we got the win, because, you know, we're almost certainly the badge lord right now, which invites its own level of aggression. So I'm not saying we got a dub lined up. All I'm saying is anybody that gets targeted by the KO laser, you have my sympathy. I will try to grant you a merciful erasure from this game of Tetris 99. I wish you the best of luck in the next one. Or alternatively, if you beat me, congratulations. Almost by definition, the better player will have won. I'm here for the spirit of the game. The gamesmanship, the know-how, and the elbow grease. Honestly, play your game. You don't need to worry about... We don't need to maximize KOs right now. Don't be a fool. What we need to do, stay alive. It's a good start. A lot of aggression, but you know, looks can be deceiving. As long as you remember that one is a genius and the other's insane, nothing can harm you. We have many attackers again. Who am I to disagree? You want to attack? By all means. Blue piece will work, but only temporarily. Okay, it's spiced. I would expect nothing less. Radio silence, by the way. Some heat. Is greed. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. Oh. The 19 KO second place really grinds your gears. Either way, that was a really fun one for now. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. That was a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Great game. Labutsky. Great game.